Okay, welcome back. Now we're going to need to have our toolkits. I'm going to be using the online version here. Okay, but please feel free to use your hard copy version. The ASEAN Foundation has kindly printed out for all of us. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's such a nice toolkit. Now, a few things about this toolkit. This toolkit is supposed to help you as master trainers. It's for educators like yourself. It's not for students. Though some pages are for you to print out for your students. Okay, so for example, let's say if I needed to print out some pages, I will photocopy or I will print what I need for the toolkit. Okay, we're going to be walking through the whole thing. For example, if I needed a page like this, I will print out for the classroom. Okay, so please remember that. Under resources for educators on the website. So if you go to the Future Ready ASEAN website, for example, okay, I'll show you in a sec, I'll let it just load. But this toolkit is available on the website. I noticed that quite a lot of you have found it. Yes, you've been going to the website. So under resources for educators, remember it's there. It's not under resources for students. Now, the toolkit. The toolkit showcases us three partners. Okay, please follow all three of us to understand what we're doing a bit more in the whole region. Now, the second most important thing about toolkit is always a content page. Now, the content page includes the platform. Shows the platform. Here, I'm going to be doing up to page 15 with you today. And then tomorrow, we'll continue with page 17 to the end of the toolkit. So please remember to bring your toolkits tomorrow. Now, the main thing, the Future Ready ASEAN platform. What is the Future Ready ASEAN platform? The Future Ready ASEAN is an online platform to empower all learners with digital skills required for the fourth digital revolution, or the fourth industrial revolution, which is digital. Okay? Now, why are we doing it? Because basic literacy to advance computer science skills are so important. Like what I was saying earlier, in the past, you need to show you have office skills. Now it's expected. So soon, it's going to be the same with programming. Now, where is this going to be? It's going to be in the 10 ASEAN countries. And who is it for? This toolkit is, in particular, a resource for reaching out to ASEAN youth, particularly in rural areas. So if you are volunteering for any philanthropies with children, please help them too. Now, of course, the platform, as I said, is open to everyone, but the main focus has been ASEAN youth. Now, the program was launched in March 2019, and when I'm teaching you today, for example, and tomorrow, we are aiming for you to empower a total of 46,000 youths across the region. When I mean you, I mean master trainers like yourselves. So the master trainers that we train on each country are to empower on. And how do we do that? For you to train on 100 people like yourself. And after you train 100 people like yourself with what I'm training you today and tomorrow, for you to inspire the 100 people to inspire on even more students. Okay, so it's like a domino effect, which is what we're trying to create with the whole program. Now, really when you think about it, 46,000 is nothing much, right? Compared to 660 million people in ASEAN. So it's a good small number for ASEAN. Okay? Now, the next thing, the online learning tracks. So it's the same as what I went through earlier, just that this page is for you, for reference, in case you talk about the 4 learning tracks. When your Wi-Fi is not great, for example. It's so very, very, very helpful. For sure. Yeah. Now, the next thing is the learning progress sheet for students. Now, this is for you too. What I would do is I will print this out for people that I'm training, and I will also tick a box. I may not have every box ticked, but I will tick these boxes. For example, I have not done the certifications. Now, I need to let you know one thing about this Microsoft Professional Program. We just got an announcement recently that the Microsoft Professional Program is getting moved to Microsoft Learn, and not all the programs may be there. Now, certificates will stop being available to buy in 2 days' time. Okay? But the free learning is there. For the platform, for your students, please just concentrate on the 3 badges. Okay, so the 3 badges end at the advanced courses for each level. All right? Now, this is great because this is a nice, clean overview. Another thing that's getting discontinued, so Microsoft advances very quickly as well, is this creativity with PowerPoint section will get disabled on the website from this weekend. So you don't have to do this as well. Anyway, like I was saying, do concentrate on the digital citizen track for the starting one. Now, under Get Engaged, this is exactly what is on the website, just that if you want to talk about it when you don't have Wi-Fi, it's a lot better. So you can talk to your students about how they can join the competition. And there is a website linked on that. Though it's quite simple right now, we will have more details. You can talk about DigiGoals. DigiGoals is an event that we've been fortunate to be a part of for about 3 years now. With Microsoft, DigiGoals empowers girls across the whole world to come into the learning of computer science. Okay, now we need more girls in computer science. Does anybody know why? We want to change this. AI is getting very big. And with artificial intelligence, if we had only males writing all the natural language processing for our chatbots, we're going to get a different feeling. Just different. Not that girls are more empathetic, but it's a different way of speaking. You know? What do they say? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Right? So we need our AI work to do the same thing for us, to give us a different perspective. So we want a bigger mix of perspective. All right? Now, our career programs as well. The career programs there for your teachers that you're training, which includes the Microsoft Internship Program, the ASEAN Foundation Internship Program, and the LinkedIn resources for job seekers. Now, under Find Resources, so Find Resources, you have, for educators as mentioned, the Toolkit on the website. We don't really have it here, but we have 3 other ones for you to remember that they are there on the website. And then these are the ones for you to discuss with your students as well. So Microsoft Learn is the very new big platform that's coming up as well. Right, so the power of gender responsiveness and inclusive training. Why is it important? Being inclusive. Being inclusive means non-gender bias. So you're not seeing that, okay, you're a girl. You may not be able to learn computer science. You're better at the arts. Now, we're here to help you understand that students and teachers themselves that could be in the arts can also make very good programmers. I'll give you one very good example. We have one of our top teachers did a degree in history and literature. She now teaches computer science, including HTML5, CSS, and she knows JavaScript. And she's one of our top teachers for early childhood as well. So our block programming languages. Theo, whom you met earlier, has a degree in agriculture. He is now our full-stack JavaScript developer. Okay? So what does it mean? It is possible for everyone. No matter what background you're from, and no matter even if you're a girl or a guy. Now, with computer science, according to McKinsey, this is very important, Advancing women's equality in countries of the Asia Pacific will help us increase GDP by $4.5 trillion. If we have girls working as well and providing, it will change things. Okay? Not to say that if you're a girl, it's not okay to be a housewife. Of course it's okay. Everybody has a choice. But to tell girls they have opportunities to do other things as well that men can do is what we're here to teach today. All right? Now, gender equality will have stronger fundamentals and better performance. It is statistically known that an office with a better mix of male and women are more efficient and can drive bigger revenues. Now, we want to inspire, of course. These are 4 Microsoft videos that are also on our website. In particular, Crystal from the Philippines is visually impaired. She can't see. So we talk about her journey through there as well. You can learn a bit more. They're all in English, and they're all available for your students and yourself. Please watch the videos. Now, 10 teaching practices on exploring computer science. I will go through a couple of things here that are very important. Does everybody know what jargon is? Computer science jargon. Right? There's some things when you're teaching and you're explaining, please explain the concept a little bit more to your student. For example, if you just tell your student, code a while loop. I go, what's a while loop? Okay, you start typing the code out for them to explain it. Does it help explain what a while loop is? No. Try to relate computer science jargon into real-world examples for your students. For example, at Empire Code, when we teach while loop, I'll be teaching it as, while it is sunny today, I will go cycling. That is a Monday. On Tuesday, while it is sunny, I will go cycling. On Wednesday, while it's sunny, I'll go cycling. Now, my loop will stop and my loop will have a condition. And that condition will be, it's raining. So say on Thursday, it starts raining, my while loop stops because I can't go cycling. I only go cycling while it is sunny. So use examples like these to teach your students computer science because we want to get rid of the jargon to help them understand is that the language is easy to understand if they are provided in a simpler way. Now, one of the most important things too is encourage collaboration. In computer science, it is so important to work as teams. When we do our projects, for example, can you imagine if our UI designer was doing work and she wasn't talking to our front-end web developer? What happens? Don't know what's going on. Can you imagine if our front-end web developer wasn't talking to our developer that was working on the database? Right? It'll be like building a bridge across a river. You're on one side, somebody's on the other side, and then you hope you match. Okay, so collaboration is important. Communication is important. Communicating with your team. I always encourage this with the team. Don't only use WhatsApp or Telegram to talk to each other. We still need some personable experience. We still need to understand each other's emotions in computer science. When you talk to someone, you get a better understanding about how they feel. You don't get the understanding so much on WhatsApp or Telegram. Okay? When you talk to someone, you can have more conversations back and forth to brainstorm, to solve problems. Okay? So talking is very important. Communicating is very important. Now, this in particular, this is the last page that I'm actually going to go through. Okay, before we break for lunch. Lunch is going to be a bit earlier. It's going to be at 11:30. So you have a bit of a longer lunch break since it's Friday. But now, in particular, I know I have a lot of students in this class. As students and not teachers yet, you need to understand a few of these things. Now, class climate, create a welcoming environment. Show that you are there, okay? Engage and involve students in activities and discussion. We're going to do a lot more of that, particularly tomorrow. Now, what does it mean by creating a welcoming environment? Imagine if I came in to talk and you didn't know my name, or where I was from, or what our company was, and what we do. You'll be thinking, where did she come from? Do I know her? Okay, talk about yourself, what you do. Create a welcoming environment. Now, be approachable and available. Imagine if I said to you, let's turn the Bluetooth function of LinkedIn on, but don't add me. You'd be like, she's not very warm. I have to be approachable because I want you to ask me questions too. I want you to ask me questions. I want you to let me know if you have a problem in your classroom that you need help with, so we can help you troubleshoot because we have experience in it. I want you to let me know, for example, I am in this rural area, I have 0 Wi-Fi. How am I going to teach this? I want you to let me know, I can't access computers. Can you advise me how I can get some free ones? What I can do with the operating system to help it? These are questions you should be asking me if you need the help. Okay? And like I said, no questions too silly. But if I'm not approachable, you're not going to ask me, right? So in the same way, please tell your students to approach you if they need help. Now, sometimes what's good with students is, of course, having one-on-one sit-down sessions if you can, depending on the group that you have. Or, like what we are going to be doing tomorrow, I'm going to be splitting this group up into 3 groups. If you're a university student with a computer science background, you're one group. If you are a university student with no computer science background, you're a second group. And if you are a teacher, you're a third group. Because everyone is different and how I'm going to train you to help on is also different. All right? Now, have a growth mindset. What does a growth mindset mean? Believe in the dreams of your students. If you have a student that says, my community is not safe, I want to create something safe for everybody, even young boys and girls to walk home at night, moms, even dads. You know, and I want to create an app. Help them. In India, using an application called App Inventor, there were girls that created apps to press an SOS button so that they can press something to inform them if they were not safe walking back in the dark within their friends and community. Okay, and that app was shared across. It wasn't loaded on the Google Play Store, but it was shared across with their friends because some of these applications do allow localized sharing. Okay, so help them build their dreams. Do not underestimate the power of vision and dreams. Now, provide regular feedback. Enlist students to promote the benefits of computer science. So, as students yourself, find other like-minded students like yourself that want to spread the word of computer science and the importance of computer science. We can't go away from computer science anymore. I still remember 10 years ago, I did not have my smartphone yet. I know this because my daughter is 9 and I only got my first smartphone about 6 months to a year after she was born. Okay? So, say 9 years, 10 years, what has changed? Does everybody here have a smartphone? Do my parents have a smartphone? Yes. Do grandparents have a smartphone? Yes. Okay? This is how fast technology is moving. And we have to make sure we move along with it. Now, in particular, the last section, class requirements. Please, students, there are a few things. Safety of your other students, particularly if you are going to be training high school students or younger. There are a lot of things that you have to be aware of. Safety. It shouldn't be too dark at night when you meet. They should be able to go home before sunset, for example. Okay? Toilets should be safe. Okay, in particular. They shouldn't be in some hidden corner away where something could happen. These are simple things that you need to check as trainers, because we have to do that as well in every location that we have. Now, make sure there are appropriate materials, because you can't come. Imagine we had training here and none of you had anything. You'd be like, oh dear, what are we supposed to do? So materials, if you need to photocopy or print anything, please make sure you have them. Now, of course, what is the other thing? Accessibility as well, space. If you have a student who's wheelchair bound or visually impaired, please make sure that they are able to get to the location that they're supposed to meet you at. And lastly, the required hardware and Wi-Fi when you need. Okay, how's the Wi-Fi in Yogyakarta? In fact, it was really good when I was in the room at the back. It's good, right? Yeah. I think in Indonesia, in terms of Wi-Fi, we've gotten very advanced. You know? And that helps. It helps with a free learning platform like this. Okay?